it in the sky time. If you ain't a pilot, you probably couldn't style it. Unless you was a stewardess, you won't know what to do with this. First I took the time out, then I put the time in. Money ain't everything, it's more about the timing. So I got the Audemars, flawless diamonds. In other words, that's called perfect timing. I feel like a favor, I feel like a savior. They clock in my neck, I feel like I'm flavor. I go so hard, low so God. Damn, street, hell you gonna evict me? Hey, you know I'm here to stay, never clocking out. Big bottles we popping out, no telling when we stopping now. And I represent the ATO on the track with FABO. You know we go hard today. Can't you worry about the past, cause that was yesterday. I'ma put it on the line, cause it's my time. Gotta stay on my grind, cause it's my time.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war. You can talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock.
Yeah.
You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself
Standing in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And the world's gonna know your name. Cause you burn with the burning flame. And the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. You can go the distance, you can run the mile. You can walk straight through hell with a smile.
You could be the hero, you get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke.
Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. Are you ever gonna know if you never even try?
Do it for your country, do it for your name. Cause there's gonna be a day when you're
standing in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. Yeah. Cause you burn with the burning flame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. Yeah. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be a champion. Be a champion. Be a champion. Be a champion. The walls of the Hall of Fame. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Yeah. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Yeah. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. Yeah. Cause you burn with the burning flame. And the world's gonna know your name. You'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be the greatest, you can be the best. You can be the King Kong hanging on your chest.
You can be the hero, you can beat the war. You can find your child, go banging on the wall.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Geneva baseball here on a Father's Day weekend. And boy, we got a special one for you. The Red Wings are hosting the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. After coming off a big-time victory over Newark yesterday, winning 5-0, and thrown in one hitter by Jack Eshelman in 8 innings pitched. Phenomenal outing for the team last night and a big victory to boost their confidence going against the 8-5 Tarp Skunks. And with it being Father's Day and all, we have a special guest here today. My father, Carl Kilborn. How you doing, Dad?
Well, hey, Gage, I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here. I couldn't think of a better place to be spending Father's Day alongside you, enjoying this beautiful afternoon and calling this game.
So currently some technical difficulties because I don't see you on here right now, unfortunately. I don't know what that could possibly be. Unless you're on mute still. Yep, you're on mute, Dad. All right, now you're on.
All right, I'll try that again. So, Gage, thank you. I couldn't think of a better place to be on a beautiful afternoon in McDonough Park, sitting alongside you, calling this game together on Father's Day. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be here today.
Your first time being on air forever for any broadcast, regardless if it's baseball, football, you name it. So it'll be exciting for the first time for us both to be on together as a father-son duo. So we'll kick things off here. In the top of the first, leading off, it'll be Henry Martinez, the center fielder for the Tarp Skunks. Currently, the Tarp Skunks sitting in third place in the PGCBL West. Coming in today. First pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-0. On the mound this afternoon for the Red Wings, it's Augie Walters, who is one of their top pitchers in their starting lineup here this afternoon. Next pitch, in there for a called strike on the inside corner. The count's even at 1-1. Here comes a 1-1 offering from Walters. Kicks and deals, misses outside for a ball. Ducks try to find the inside corner, but he was unable to become successful. 2-1 is a count.
Usually try to get him chased there an outside pitch. That was well off the plate.
2-1 offering from Walters. Misses outside high for a ball, making the count to 3-1. He's trying to get him to chase up there. He's not doing it so successfully right now.
Doing a good job of laying off here. Let's see if he's going to come close to the zone and give this left-hander something to hit.
Martinez will draw a walk to lead off the top half of the first on a 5-pitch walk, and that'll bring up Mark Tucker, the shortstop for the Tarp Skunks. So it's been a while since you've seen a PGCBL game, Dad. Just like less than 24 hours.
Yeah, I was just in Auburn last night to see a game between the Auburn Double Days and the Utica Blue Sox. I'm hoping for a more exciting game here today.
First pitch in for a called strike to Walters, from Walters. Definitely, it was a bit of a low-scoring affair. It was like a 4-3 game, but it really only got interesting until the late parts of the game.
Most RBIs were scored on walking in the runner from third base.
That definitely loses the entertainment value, so to speak. No other way to put it other than that. Mark Tucker batting .357 on the road so far this season for the Tarp Skunks, off to a hot start. One of the better road warriors for this Tarp Skunk squad.
Struggling to find a strike zone here in the top of the first.
That's been the main issue for this team so far throughout the season. Their pitching staff has been struggling to find the zone, but they missed outside by quite a bit. Like that one misses.
Everything's been outside so far here.
They're pitching cautiously, and that's something to be really concerned about because they're also a very regressive team on the bases. 43 stolen bases in their first 13 games of the year. Next pitch misses up high, try to corner it, but no can do, and that'll be a ball for back-to-back walks to open up the game for Walters.
It's not the way you want to start today, Gage. They are not a team that scores a lot of runs. They don't want to get behind early.
Cody Bay enters the dish for the Tarp Skunks. Cody batting .325 in the year, one of the top hitters for this Jamestown lineup. Here comes the first pitch. It misses down low. but he went around anyway, so he'll go for a strike. 0-1. To the Tarp Skunk third baseman. You can hear the wind in the microphone a bit loud here in Geneva at historic McDonough Park.
It's blowing straight in from center field, so I'm not expecting a lot of deep fly balls to carry very far today.
You rarely see to begin with in the Wooden Bat League that, and speaking of deep center field, as this one will fall down, but no can do, as the center fielder for Geneva is there to make the grab, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
He got it up in that wind, and the wind just knocked it down. Actually made it a tough play for the center field as he had to come charging in to make that shoestring catch.
One away in the top half of the first, and that brings up Brandon Lane, probably one of the top hitters for this Tarp Skunk lineup so far this season, batting .381 with 1 double. First offering is in there for a called strike on the inside part of the plate. So Lane finds himself deep early in the count, down in the count, 0-1.
He's batting .583 with runners on base so far this season, so he's definitely a dangerous hitter in this position.
Looking to get another RBI to his total, but he went around swinging on the call. So Walters looking for his first punch out of the ball game. Two over from Lane. To Lane from Walters. Looks to second and first base. Sign. Walters steps off the mound. Takes a little time to make sure that the runners go back to their bases, and they do. Smart decision. Having runners on base has been a struggle for this Geneva lineup, and he goes down swinging.
Wow.
A big first, second out here against the cleanup hitter for the Tarp Skunks. 2 away.
Got him chasing on that one. That was down in the dirt. He was very anxious, looking to add to his RBI total on that one, I think.
Getting a little bit excited up there on the play, and now to the plate it is Patrick O'Shaughnessy. Another top hitter, batting .111, unfortunately, on the road, so not one of their top road warriors. First pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-0.
Base runner on second base is taking a huge lead off the base. They're going to have to keep an eye on him. He's halfway to third by the time the ball is pitched.
Walters and Ducks are having a bit of a communication, trying to figure out the right pitch. Walters gets a sign. Looks over the runner second. Kicks and deals. Misses just high. I thought that could have been in there for a strike. I thought Ducks framed it perfectly, but a little bit up over the letters for that one, and it'll be ball 2. Walters steps off the plate as the second runner in second was thinking about stealing, that being Henry Martinez.
Trying to keep him honest. They don't want to give that base away at third. Trying to keep him at second.
Next pitcher misses down low, and now Walters finds himself struggling to find the zone again. 3-0. I think he got frustrated after that second pitch was called a ball. Martinez over at second. That one's in there for a call strike.
Looked like he was taken all the way on that one.
Martinez is 3 for 4 with stolen base attempts this season. Staying over there second. Next pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner. And now the count goes back to full 3-2. So far we saw a couple breaking balls. What do you expect to see in this pitch here, Dad?
Well, the pitcher that's trying to find his control, I would go with the heater.
Walters takes a look. Goes to the heater, and it'll be fouled right at home plate. Able to get a piece of it, and we'll do the count again. 3-2. Big at bat early in this one. Jamestown looking to take the early lead in this game, while Walters looking to get away without giving up a crooked number in the first. Walters kicks and deals. Just misses in the outside corner. I thought that was a strike 3, but
looked a little high to me, Gage. I don't know. I don't know what you're seeing, but that looked high to me. That might have been the Geneva hometown announcer there.
maybe a little bit of bias, who knows, but needless to say, I think Ducks framed it perfectly, but nonetheless, it now brings a bases loaded situation for Will Dorrell, the DH spot, hitting in 6th in the lineup for the Tarp Skunks here today.
I just want to see the ball put in play, and I don't want to see a walk run in like we did last night. There was too much of that. Hoping not to see that in this position.
Oh, Walters gets the first pitch in for a strike, so far so good, Dad. 0-1 is so far all the pitches have been outside. Is there there's a reason for it? And
I
then
don't-
he's afraid of the Jamestown hitters.
That's a great question. He's trying to find that outside corner, and another one high and outside.
Curveball misses up high for a ball. 1-1.
A lot of left-handed hitters in this Jamestown lineup so far.
1-1 offering, 2 outs here in the top of the first. No score. Next pitch. Ducks trying to frame the outside corner, but it'll go up for ball 2. 2-1.
He's got to come in on it. They're going to start crowding that plate. He's got to establish the inside corner on these hitters, or he's going to be in for a long day.
9 strikes so far. Through the first inning. Total. Next pitch is line towards second baseman. Makes a throw to Jaffe, and that'll end the inning. So trouble averted with the bases loaded to begin the top of the first. We'll kick things off in the home half of the first. No score between the Red Wings and the Tarp Skunks. We'll be right back. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. Welcome back to the bottom half of the first. This first pitch is fouled away from Mark Trotta. Getting you ready here. See the home half of the first will be Trotta leading off, the left fielder. Then there'll be Max Hittman, the shortstop, batting second. Nick Sturz, the extra hitter, he'll be batting third, usually the first baseman for this Red Wings final. And batting fourth will be Jordan Jaffe, the first baseman. Fifth, it'll be the third baseman, Ray Ortiz. Batting sixth will be the designated hitter, Nick Castellano, usually the catcher from Niagara. Batting seventh will be Shane Ducks, the catcher. Next pitch is in there for a called strike. So we count to 2-1 to the left fielder. from William and Mary.
That was a really favorable call right there. That looked outside from my perspective.
And it'll be swung on and missed, and it'll be a strikeout to begin the home half of the first. Now bringing it up will be the St. Joe's Hawk, Max Hittman, out of the Atlantic 10 Conference. Max Hittman, one of the top hitters on this Geneva Red Wings lineup. As first pitch is lined to center field. And he'll make the catch over there to record the second out. Fly out to center field to kick things off in the home. So it'll be 2 up, 2 down to kick off the home half of this first. And bringing it up to the plate, it will be Nick Surse, the extra hitter. The only hitter for Geneva to record a home run this year, and it was in this ballpark that opening day against Utica. He was looking for another one. The first pitch is a fastball, and it blows right by him for a strike to kick off the count.
Yeah, big swing right there. He's looking to make this a 1-0 game early with that.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Perry. Kicks it.
Deep fly ball.
Deep fly ball to right field. Looking back and over the fence. A goal! Home run!
Wow.
Surse.
Home run, Surse.
His second of the year, and now it's a 1-0 Geneva lead early in this one. And you'll see the home crowd early in this one. Nick Surse trying to get the start of the offense early in this one. Home run. Second of the year, proving he has the power to get it up and over the yard, over the fence for a home run. And now it's a 1-0 Red Wing lead. And now kicking in is the first baseman, Jordan Jaffe. First pitch throws into the dirt for a ball. 1-0. So what did you like on that last at-bat there, Dad, with Nick Surse?
Well, you could tell right off the gate, he had some hard swings early. He was trying to make a shot.
Down to third baseline. 1-2.
What was interesting is the wind died down right as he hit the ball.
It was like the perfect hit. No wind to cut through at all. Here comes a 1-1 offering from Perry. Kicks and deals. That one gets thrown in the dirt, making the count to 2-1. Sorry to apologize for the wind. Nothing we can control. It's Mother Nature. Once again. There's a 2-1 offering. Drilled down the third baseline, but foul. So we'll do it again. 2-2.
That Jamestown pitcher is not fooling anyone right now. These hitters are on him. They're going to have to look to see what they could do to mix this up.
Something that we're surprised by is seeing with Travis Perry. Usually he's one of the better pitchers for Jamestown, but Geneva bounces on him early. So 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So 1 inning is in the books here in McDonough Park. It is Geneva with the early 1-0 lead over the Tarp Skunks. We'll be right back. You're watching Red Wings Baseball here on YouTube. welcome back here to the top half of inning number 2. And the first pitch is drilled right back to Walters. Makes a throw to Jaffe, and that'll be a quick out number 1 to begin the top of the second. 1 pitch out, and that's something Walters is looking for, as Johnny Camp is the one to get out. Now bringing up will be Jordan King, the right fielder, hitting 8th in this Tarp's lineup.
If you're the Geneva manager, you're going to like outs like that. The Red Wings have had problems with the bullpen, so the more batters that their starting pitchers can face, the better it is for the Red Wings.
First option from Walters. It's the outside corner for a strike. Looking in to find that outside corner, trying to keep it going all game long. Here comes the 0-1 offering from Walters. Misses outside for a ball, 1-1.
Again, they're working that outside corner. Whether it's a right-handed or left-handed batter, it doesn't seem to matter. They're trying to work the outside edge of the plate.
Next pitch is in there for a call. A little too low, but the ump saw it differently. 1-2 is the count to King. Walters looking for a second punch out here in this one. Kicks and deals. In there for called strike 3, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Walters looking in cruise control after that early struggle in the top of the first. 2 up, 2 down. Now to the plate with Jack Davis, the catcher, getting his cuts in. Here comes the first pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1.
First pitch fastball, trying to get ahead in the count here.
Here comes the 0-1 offering from Walters. Gets a sign. Did he chase? Did he take a look over first? And he did go around. 0-2. And man, the crowd is hearing it now. They're loving every bit of it. 0-2 count to Davis. 2 outs here in the top of the second. 0-2 pitch. Swung towards second baseman. Makes a throw to Jaffe, and that is the inning. 1-2-3 inning.
Easy inning for Geneva. Easy inning. That's what they need more of.
And that will end the inning. An inning and a half in the books. And it is Geneva still with a hold on to a 1-0 lead. We'll be right back. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube.
Emotions I built up inside. Oh, why can't I? Will someone look for me if I disappear? No matter how much that I scream, nobody hears. But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be a time. Oh, oh, oh. Sitting lonely in my room again, acting like I'm innocent. Why do I try? 'Cause now I'm feeling like a fool again, thinking I can fool myself by telling me lies. When there's so many things that I keep in my mind, I hang around people I don't even like. If they can be happy and walk with a smile, oh.
Welcome you back here to the bottom half of inning number 2. 1-0 early lead here in Geneva. I'm Gage Kilborn, right alongside with my father and father today, Carl Kilborn. Kicking things off here, home half of the second. Geneva looking for the win for their hometown dads here this afternoon. And trying to improve their record to 1 game under 500. Haven't gotten quite to 500 yet all season long. Following a 2-game losing streak they won in yesterday's ball game to Newark. while Jamestown has found themselves struggling, going 1-1 in their last 2 games. First pitch was up high to Ortiz, 1-0.
So Ortiz is batting .500 on the year when he leads off an inning. So let's look for some excitement out of him as he steps in.
Next pitch swung on and missed for a strike. He was chasing on a breaking ball there. Now the count's even at 1-1.
He's looking to set the table for his teammates. Just needs to get on base.
1-1 offering is chopped up and out of play. Up towards the playground, it looks like. So some of these kids that are riding their skateboards better watch out. Count goes to 1-2. To the Geneva third baseman.
That should put him out here.
And that'll be the first out here in the top of home half of the second. Score that 6-3 for good measures. And it's 1 away.
I think that was the third baseman.
Oh, never mind. My apologies. Thank you, Dad. 5-3, excuse me. And that'll be 1 away. Brick comes up is the designated hitter, Nick Castellano, former Niagara Purple Eagle, usually plays for during the NCAA tournament, which he unfortunately did not make as the MAC team lost to Canisius in the MAC tournament this past year. First pitch down low for a ball, 1-0. So this is your second time seeing the Red Wings in person, Dad. What was your take when you first saw them against Utica earlier last Wednesday?
Well, Utica's got a good team, and Geneva struggled against them, so I'm looking for some better performance today.
Yes, Ryan Enos, one of their top players, usually hits leadoff second baseman. Just recently announced he entered the transfer portal and is now going to Eastern Tennessee State. Big jump from D3 ball to D1 baseball. So we'll see how he does in the spring of 2023. Next pitch in there for a called strike, and the count is the 2-2.
So Nick is from Lancaster, New York, right down the road, just outside of Buffalo. So he stayed home in college, went to Niagara.
Just nearby, his next pitch misses 3-2. So you wonder if when they go to play the Niagara Power at Salamackle Stadium, at Salamackle Park, that he has some family members that would attend those games. You would imagine.
I'm sure he would. He probably has his home locker there he uses too.
Probably feels weird being the visitor in his home lockers. The next pitch misses for a ball 4, and Castellano will take first base. A 1-out walk, and up to the plate is the actual catcher here today, Shane Dux. An unusual number for a catcher. He's number 1. Usually you see that being an infielder, either shortstop or second baseman. But like you said, players who are number 1 usually show some speed. But
you wouldn't see that out of a catcher a lot of times.
Yeah, so it's kind of an oxymoron sort of situation. The first pitch is fouled out of play. 0-1.
So Shane is a student athlete at Hamilton College, which is in Clinton, New York. Very close to the Utica Blue Sox.
I was going to say, a place you probably know pretty well. You have some family out there in Clinton.
We do. They might be listening.
We never know. There's the 0-1 offering for Perry. Misses down low for a ball. 1-1. On deck, it's Ozzie Fleischer, the toughest jumbo. He's usually batting leadoff for the Red Wings ball club, but Dan Munn making some changes here for the first 11 to 12 games on the year to get an idea where the best lineup should be for his team after a quarter of the way done to the season.
So Dux is only batting .250 with runners on base, so he'll try to add to that here in this at bat.
2-1 offering to Ducks. Misses down low, and the count is a 3-1. And
oh, he almost went around on that one. I thought he was going to bite.
he was thinking about biting on the breakup ball, but he wisely laid off. And for some reason, Perry's taking a look over at Castellano at first, but he's not one of the more speedy guys on this Geneva ball club.
This is a tough count because this is normally a pitcher or a batter's count, but
the next pitch is drilled towards the right field line and just right at the first base, so it'll be a foul ball, so do the count again. 3-2 now.
Big pitch coming here. 3-2 pitch. 3-2 count. 1 out here in the home half of the second. 1-0 Geneva leads.
He's got to protect the plate, but the pitcher's having a hard time finding the zone.
Next pitch is fouled up towards the press box, out of play. So we'll do it again. 3-2. Bit of a battle brewing here in this at bat. This will be the 7th pitch of this at bat. 3-2 offering for Perry. Gets a sign. Looking outside here as he takes a look over at Castellano first. He slides back safely.
You might have some thoughts of sending the runner, putting out a hit run, 3-2.
That might be a
count.
solid play, yeah. Or if he just may steal second and get out of a double play situation.
I don't know. He is a catcher though on first. Gage.
That is true. And next pitch is lined over
Oh.
to third baseman's head for a base hit. And Castellano
straight?
up
No.
there, but he'll stay at second.
Oh,
Runners
that-
on first and second with 1 man out, and up to the plate's Ozzie Fleischer. And he also has the speed on him, the second baseman.
Ozzy's batting .333 with runners on base, so this is a great opportunity for the Red Wings to get on the board some more.
And the PGCBL, especially with his Red Wings, that's one thing that you know is they've got out to a bunch of early leads in the games, but they find themselves losing. And especially did it more recently against Elmira. They're up 4-2 and give 8 straight runs from their bullpen to lose 10-4. First pitch is line right towards the shortstop, and it's a double play!
Oh.
Nick Castellano regretted that decision big time, and that will be now the second inning comes to an end. And that'll be a 6-4 double play to end the inning. And 2 innings have come and gone here in Geneva. The Red Wings still hold on to a 1-0 lead. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the top of the third, and it is Royce Frazier who flies out to center field to kick things off. So already 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of inning number 3. And that'll bring us back to the top of the Tarp Skunk lineup, and it'll be Henry Martinez to lead things off. Now, Dad, one thing you were talking about earlier was that you were trying to try out all the hot dogs between Utica and McDonough Park. Have you tried one here yet?
I have not. So Utica has Hoffman hot dogs, based out of Syracuse. McDonough Park has Weigel's, which is the Rochester area. So we got to compare and contrast.
Have you had a Weigel before?
I have.
So what is your compare? Which one do you think is better, Weigel or Hoffman? Next pitch is fouled away, 0-2.
especially in a baseball game. So, it really kind of depends what you're in the mood for. They're both good, a little bit different, but when you're watching a ball game, eating a hot dog, it really doesn't matter, does it, Gage?
Not really, but you never know. The fans want to know, Dad.
Well, I'll have to sample one, and I'll let you know what I think.
Next pitch misses, ball. Moving down to 1 and 2. I might talk to some guys here after this inning to try to get you a nice taste test here. 1-2 offering is hit towards left field line, trying to make the grab. His left fielder out in the foul territory, and it'll drop for a foul ball. So we'll do it again. 1-2.
He gave that ball a ride, but it was tailing just foul of the line. The wind was blowing it that way a little bit. It picked up and it's swirling again, and I think it helped push that ball foul.
And helped give an extra pitch to this at-bat for Martinez, who walked it last time up back in the first. And ended up being stranded on third base. Here's a 1-2 from Walters. Hit foul towards the right field line, so we'll do it again. 1-2.
He's got to shorten his swing here, protect the plate. 2 strikes on him. He's trying to work his way back into the count.
Martinez staying alive. This is the 6th pitch of this at-bat. 1-2 offering. Kicks and deals from Walters. Misses up and stares for a ball. 2-2.
Trying to see if he'll fish for one there.
And he didn't make it close to the board or make him think about biting at that pitch. 2-2 offered from Walters. Drilled towards
Wow.
Shelby to make an easy grab. 2 outs.
Well hit ball, but it was right to the glove of the first baseman. Did not have to move at all to catch that one.
And now coming in is Mark Tucker. He walked his last time up, but was stranded on second. Trying to get some offense going here. It's been a real struggle after the first inning for the Tarp Skunks. The first pitch is fouled towards the first baseline. So the interesting story about Jamestown, they used to be called the Jammers, but it was not until just a few years ago that the Jammers moved to Milwaukee. So they had to change their name to keep Jamestown baseball in Jamestown. As he went for that one, trying to go for a bunt, he goes to count of 0-2. And so do you know why they're called the Tarp Skunks?
No, I don't know what a tarp skunk is, Gage. I know what a skunk is, but I don't know what makes a skunk versus a tarp skunk.
Next pitch is drilled the foul and out of play. Well, the difference is that a tarp skunk, the reason why they're called tarp skunks is apparently Jamestown is like skunk city. There's skunks all over the place, and
Is that something you want to be known as?
I think they do. They're proud of it because they know that they said that how it all started was they found a lot of skunks under their tarps at their baseball field in Deethrick Park. That one misses the outside corner for a ball, 1-2. And
Oh, so it's not a type of skunk.
it's just
It's the location of where they found them.
Yeah, so
Okay.
if you look at their logo, it's skunks hiding under their tarp of their baseball field.
Oh,
That one is found.
so that does make sense.
So it's interesting how it's all set up, and then they've said it kind of suits the people there well because skunks take in all types of weather. They take in the heat, they take in the cold, they take in the snow and the rain, so much like the Jamestown natives do. So that's why they're proud to call themselves skunks out there. Next one misses, that puts a count to 2-2. So it went from 0-2 to 2-2 in 6 pitches.
That could also be why their uniforms are all black.
Well, the irony is that skunks are well known for stinking, but these skunks are not doing any of that. They're 8-5 on the year, currently hold a playoff spot right now. And that one is fouled away, so we'll do it again. 3 foul balls on 2 strike counts.
So while we've been talking about skunks, there's been a battle going on in front of us, so he's really fighting his way back into this count.
2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and Walters gets the best of his at-bat, and that will end the inning. 2.5 in the books. Still 1-0 Geneva with the lead. We'll step aside. I'll be right back. You're watching Red Wings Baseball here on YouTube.
face, now you're here in my arms. I think that you should know that together we belong. You are my one all the time, on you fight, can't erase it. Go, 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 go. Boy, I was born out of glitters, don't try to miss you.
Welcome back to the bottom here, bottom of the third, excuse me. Kind of crazy up here as there's the wind. First pitch is swung to the second baseman.
Oh, he booted it.
Misses it.
He booted it.
E4. Error of the second baseman to kick off the home after the third for Luke Picciotti, the right fielder. And
Routine ground ball, but all it takes is one instant to take your eye off. And
You'll lead Bill Buckner that one, Dad, as a famous one you remember growing up as a kid, watching the '86 Mets get their way to the World Series.
yes, not quite the same level of error, but an error nonetheless.
Now to the plate, it is a center fielder, Brandon Gelby, with Mark Trotta up on deck. He struck out swinging his last time up. Next pitch from Gelby is he pulled it just a bit, and it will be a foul ball. A little bit excited on the first pitch. Usually Gelby and McDermott trade places up there in the center field, the outfield here. McDermott is working on icing his ankle to try to get it ready for the remainder of the year. To try to get some more playing time this season than he did last year with just 2 games. Just one game with 2 at-bats, going 1 for 2. Next pitch is
Hopped up,
fouled up.
catcher.
Catcher taking a look at it, trying to make the play, but it is over the press box. Out of play. 0-2.
Gelby's only batting 167 in 6 plate appearances with runners on base so far this year. True to form, he's down 0-2 in the count, so let's see if he can work this back.
Geneva looking to extend their lead, like you said. That's been their issues. They have runners on base. They don't really do much with it. And these 2-out rallies that normally see ball teams that usually are successful, they do well with two men out in innings to try to get more runs on the board. That's something this team has been struggling with as well all season long. Geneva just played their 11th game on the year out of 48. They've had a few rainouts. They've had 3 to be exact. 1 against Niagara earlier this past week, and then one a week ago against Batavia was rained out. And then they'll go take a look. Perry takes a look back at first base, but Picciotti wisely steps back. Perry gets his sign from the catcher. 0-2 offering. Kicks and deals. Hit towards the first
That
baseman.
could be 2.
Makes a throw to second for 1. And he will be safe at first. He'll be called a fielder's choice on this one. Close call.
An errant throw down to second base made it difficult to be able to turn that and catch the runner.
3-4 fielder's choice to be exact, and that'll be the second out of the inning, but still Gelby will advance to first base, and now we'll bring up to be Mark Trotta.
So that won't show up as an error in the scorebook, but it definitely
Could have been.
Could have been 2 outs. Double play.
It could have been 2 outs, and it could have been an error if that throw got by the second baseman. He couldn't catch it, but a great fielding play by the second base, by the shortstop to make up for it. And the first pitch swung on and missed. Tried to catch up with the fastball, but swung on late. So he's down on the count 0-1. Hitman on deck. He's looking to get on base to the plate to try to get a run in. Next pitch misses, 1-1.
And that's really important because Hitman is one of the better hitters on the Geneva team this year. So he's on deck waiting to get his chance to knock in some of these runs.
And if he gets on base, you better watch out because Nick Sears is looking for home run number 2. He's in the hole. Next pitch framed it perfectly by the catcher to make the count go to 1-2. Great opportunity for Perry to get the second out of the inning to try to get around that error. Back in the first batter, and a big muff and a strikeout there. Second time Bartrada is down by William McKay tonight, this afternoon.
That was a bad swing there, Gage. That was inside. He was fooled, looked like a curveball, and he knew it. It's the way he walked off the field. He knew that he was fooled on that.
He got bamboozled on that one, needless to say. Now kicking in is the St. Joseph Hawk, Max Hitman.
Max is batting .357 with runners on base. This is a dangerous hitter.
First pitch in there for a called strike, going one on the breaking ball. Looked like a curveball was thrown in there.
That was high up by the numbers, but Max didn't want to attempt at that one.
He flew out of center field last time up. Next pitch inside, called for strike two. So he's trying to fight off some tough pitches now. Down 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Misses down low for a ball. And trying to go back to first.
Oh.
He gets past the first baseman. But Gelby goes back and he goes over to second. The right fielder muffs it, and he's insanity with a set. Well, it could have been an error. I think it's a fielding error. Trying to figure
That's got to be an error. That has to be an error.
Who will be against? That's the question. Against the first base, against the throw of the catcher, or will be against the fielding error of? It might be against the.
There might be
error of the right
multiples.
fielder. Yeah,
There might be multiples. You know, it's kind of ironic. The Little League team is here today because this inning, Jamestown
is showing them what not to do.
Exactly.
We'll say it goes an error against the right fielder for now. I'll make some adjustments to the stats guy later after this game is done. The next pitch is fouled away, but to count at 1-2.
So Max's average just goes up when he has runners in scoring position. He's batting .429 when runners are in scoring position.
Looking for another one here.
Geneva wants to cash in and add to their lead.
A one-run lead is not safe right now.
Not with their bullpen, especially, Gage.
No, not with their bullpen in the heat of the Jamestown team. Once they get warmed up, you better watch out. They're trying to chase Utica and Batavia right now, and that pitch is grounded
soft
towards the third
roller.
baseman. Trying to make the throw to first, but he has no play. So there goes an infield single.
I think that was a wise choice there. They've been throwing the ball around the diamond so far this inning. He just ate it, and they're going to go to another batter here.
And a scary batter at that, who hit a home run back in the first. It's Nick Searce. And looking for another RBI to his total. And trying to get some more runs on the board for his team. The Alfred State first baseman.
So Nick is only batting .182 with runners in scoring position. So when he does damage, there's no one on base.
Well, he does have a home run with men on base, and he's trying to get David Dunn down to steep center field. He'll make the grab to end the inning. Swinging the first pitch and a nice fly out to center, and the inning is over. So Geneva threatened to score again in the home half of the third, but no runs come across. We played 3 full here in McDonough Park. It is still a 1-0 Red Wing lead. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube.
The Whiz Kids had won it, Bobby Thompson had done it, and Yogi read the comics all the while. Rock and roll was being born, marijuana we would scorn. So down on the corner the national pastime went on trial. We're talking baseball, Klazuski, Campanella, talking baseball. The man and Bobby Fella, the Scooter, the Barber and the Nuke.
We welcome you back here to the Top of the fourth here in McDonough Park. Gage Kilborn with Carl Kilborn here on Father's Day at McDonough. The first pitch is in there for a called strike to Cody Bay, the Jamestown third baseman, who had a tough play to make back in the bottom of the third. Next pitch is into the dirt for a ball, 1-1.
Now, if you're Jamestown, you're just looking to get anything started. They've had no base runners since the first inning when the Geneva pitcher could not find the zone.
Walters' next pitch. I thought that would inside for a strike, but that one misses for a ball. 2-1. It's been hard to judge this home plate umpire so far in this one. Some of the pitch calls he's made have been a little bit controversial, but nonetheless. Next pitch is shot towards Geneva's second baseman. Tough play. Makes a throw to Jaffe in time for the first out. 4-3 for good measures, and that's out number 1. Now to the plate's Brandon Lane. He struck out swinging his last time up, and he's one that once he gets on base, you better be scared. He has more stolen bases than the entire Geneva lineup as a whole. And the first pitch in there for a called strike, going 1. What does that say to you, Dad, about comparing the Jamestown individuals to the Geneva players?
In stolen bases?
In stolen bases.
Geneva's not a running team. They must not put a lot of runners in motion, or they don't have a lot of base runners to begin with.
It's one of the two. One of the two. Here's a 1-1 offering from Augie Walters. Hits it down to third baseline. Makes the throw to first. Tough play, and he got it for the out. Tough play by the third baseman, Ray Ortiz, and he gets it out. Nice way to make it 2 up and 2 down and kick off the top of the fourth.
Jamestown has really been stymied by Walters so far this afternoon. Even when they do put the ball in play, they are not making solid contact. A lot of little dribblers and soft ground balls to the infielders.
Patrico Shawnee up to the plate. He walked his last time up back in the first. First pitch foul towards the press box, out of play. That was the last time. And that was the first and only time that Walters allowed a base runner. Was back in the first. He allowed 3. He was struggling to find the zone, but seems to be finding his rhythm up there in the mound now. Next pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-1. Tried to catch the borderline call there, but came up unsuccessful.
He was doing that in the first inning, too. He was pitching on the outside corner, was not getting the calls, which led to a lot of walks.
Here's a 1-1 offering from Walters. Hits O'Shaughnessy, so this is the first base runner he's allowed in 3 innings.
It was hard to see that it hit him because the clouded dust from the dirt when the ball went down low.
Yeah, that's something that you don't really see at an artificial turf field, like in Auburn Falcon Park, Dad. And that's something you were complaining about in yesterday's game. You didn't like it was artificial. You'd rather have it.
Dirt needs to be dirt, Gage, and part of the baseball field is dirt.
Yeah, but you think that because all the dust and everything, that it would change, that you can't see if he hit him or not. That might be a little more difficult up at the plate.
It adds to the human element of the umpire.
First pitch misses outside, ball 1 to Will Dorrell. We'll debate about this a little later on, because I like the turf in Auburn, in my mind. I think it's the only artificial turf field in this league.
I wonder what Andrew McDermott would say about the turf field in Auburn.
The next pitch is fouled back towards us. Ball, strike 1. 1-1 is the count.
So Andrew hurt his foot, right? His toe last year.
Yeah, and the only game he played at Auburn, he hurt his foot. And the irony was, his first game this year he played was at Auburn. He was leading off for the Red Wings. 1-1. In there
got
for
that
a
one.
strike, and they're letting the runner advance without even a throw down from Ducks. I thought that would be down for a ball, but they got the call there. 1-2 count with a runner in scoring position for Dorrell. And next pitch is fouled at home plate. And so we'll do it again, 1-2. Right now, Geneva only focusing on Doral at the plate, trying to get him out is the main issue to end the inning. They only need one out to get out of this one.
Okay, so we got to focus on the batter here, not worry too much about the runner in second.
Walters the next pitch, swung on it, missed strike 3, and that'll do it. 4 clean sheets. And Doral is frustrated up there at the plate, and that'll end the inning. 3.5 innings in the books. McDonough Park. Still, Geneva hanging on to a 1-0 lead. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube.
Driving through town, just my boy and me, with a Happy Meal in his booster seat, knowing that he couldn't have the toy till his nuggets were gone. A green traffic light turned straight to red. I hit my brakes and mumbled under my breath. His fries went a-flying and his orange drink covered his lap. Well, in my 4-year-old said a 4-letter word. It started with S, and I was concerned. So I said, son, now where'd you learn to talk like that? He said, I've been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool? I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you and eat all my food and grow as tall as you are. We got cowboy boots and camo pants, yeah, we're just alike, hey, ain't we, Dad?
Welcome you back here in the home half of the 4th. It'll be Jordan Jaffe leading things off for the Red Wings. Jaffe fouls the first pitch at home plate by 0-1. He struck out swinging his last time up. What do you have on the Geneva first baseman, Dad?
He's 0 for 1 when he leads off an inning, but he's only been up once, so we'll see if he can start the action here.
So the statistical play pool right there is still small in the sample size. 0-1 offering. Inside for a strike, inside corner. Puts the count at 0-2. Looks like Perry is starting to find his rhythm up there on the mound. Here comes the 0-2 from Perry. In the dirt. Checks his swing, so it goes for a ball, 1-2. The last time these two teams played each other was back in 2021 in the PGCBL playoffs. As Jaffe strikes out swinging. Up to the plate is Ray Ortiz, third baseman. And that game saw Geneva on the winning end, winning it 4-3 in Dietrich Park in Jamestown, New York. They went on to the PGCBL semifinals where they ended up losing to the eventual league champions, the Socrates Stallions. Yeah, first pitch swinging for Ray Ortiz, down 0-1. Grounded out to third his last time up. The Stallions, they started off a little bit slow to start off the year, 1-6, but they've won their last 5 games consecutively. And the next pitch up high, but they called for a strike too. That puts it counted 0-2. The ump moving this game along pretty quickly so far through the first 3.5 innings. Perry looking for another punch out here in the 4th. Misses down low for a ball, 1-2.
Both pitchers are working briskly in this game. It is moving along, but there's only been 3 hits.
In total through 3.5. 1-2 up high, ball 2, 2-2 the count. Perry with 4 punch outs already in the game in just 3.5 innings of work. 3 1/3 innings of work, excuse me.
Oh.
Next pitch Almost hits the camera. That would have been bad. Full count pitch on the way.
I did flinch on that one. It came right at me.
That's something you can't do, Dad. You gotta trust the netting to do its job. Big day today. Full count offering. Payoff pitch from Perry. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So back-to-back punch-outs here to start the home half of the 4th for Geneva. And now coming to the plate will be Nick Castellana. He walked back in the second and then was stranded on second base and was caught in a double play situation where he was really kicking himself for being caught over there at second base. First pitch from Perry. Misses down low, ball 1. So you remember, Dad, when you were younger, watching the New York Penn League, and when the Geneva team that you're up here at play now used to be called the Geneva Cubs. Can you tell us a bit about watching them play against the Auburn Doubledays, or Auburn Astros?
It was the Auburn Astros back then. A lot of these teams in the PCGBL, if not maybe 80-90% of them, were part of the New York Penn League at one time.
So is it weird to see them play in a different league, like a lesser-known league, or does it still seem the same to you?
So that was short season single A baseball, which the players were a lot of the same age group to what we're watching in this league. So there's not really a lot of difference between the two.
3-0 offering. In there for a called strike as Castellano thought that was ball 4. So he'll go back in the batter's box for another pitch. So how many, do you know by chance, off the top of your head, like roughly how many games did they play in that short season?
I really don't know. Put me on the spot a little bit, Gage. I would say there's probably about 60. We got to walk.
And
it
a
goes
walk
down
for
to first
Castellano,
base.
and he'll get over to first base, and out to the plate will be Shane Ducks, the catcher for Geneva. He had a single his last time up, so he's 1 for 1 today. Batting .285 on the year. He had to get up his catcher's gear for a moment because he thought that might have been a chance to end the inning, but so he steps in now. Two outs gone here in the home half of the 4th. Runner at first, that being Castellano. Geneva looking for 2 consecutive wins for the first time this year. They haven't had a win streak at all yet, of any kind. They've been fairly average, actually, the past couple of games they played. So trying to get themselves fighting back into playoff contention here. First pitch in there for a called strike, going 1 to the Geneva catcher. Next pitch in the dirt, ball 1. 1-1.
Yeah, the catcher did a great job of keeping that in front of him. Only it squirted a few feet away, so Nick was not able to advance to second on that.
Here comes a 1-1 offering to Shane Ducks from Perry. Kicks and deals inside, called strike 2. 1-2 is the count. That looked like a decent pitch to be swinging at, don't you think, Dad? Outside corner, up high, what do you think?
Yeah, it was still an 0-1 count, so you don't want to give anything away in that. You want to protect the plate, but if it's not your ball, then I would lay off it.
So he takes a look back at Castellana at first. Second time he's been looking at Castellana at first. I don't know why that is. He was looking at him back in the second inning, too. Do you really know why that could possibly be?
I don't know if they're thinking maybe Geneva's got a play on here, a little hit and run. Like we said before, I don't know if you would do it with 2 catchers, 1 batting and 1 at first.
To take a look back at the catcher at first, I think that's probably what they're thinking, regardless of what position they're playing. That's what they're worried about most for the Tarp Skunks. Here comes a 1-2 offering to Ducks from Perry. Down low, breaking ball, try to catch him chasing, puts a count even at 2-2. Right now with a series of 2s, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and inning number 4. Home half of the 4th, 1-0 Geneva leads. Perry trying to get through another clean inning. Kicks and deals, hit towards second baseman and try to scoops up Nixon, play and throws the first, and that'll end the inning. 4 innings have come and gone here at McDonough Park. we still see a 1-0 lead for the hometown Red Wings. We'll take a quick breather and step aside. You're watching Red Wings baseball here and on YouTube.
I wanna do everything you do. So I've been watching you. We got back home and I went to the barn. I bowed my head and I prayed real hard. Said, Lord, please help me help my stupid self. Then this side of bedtime later that night, turning on my son Scooby-Doo nightlight. He crawled out of bed and he got down on his knees. He closed his little eyes, folded his little hands, spoke to God like he was talking to a friend. And I said, son, now where'd you learn to pray like that? He said, I've been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool? I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you and eat all my food and grow as tall as you are. We like fixing things and holding Mama's hand. Yeah, we're just alike, hey, ain't we, Dad? I wanna do everything you do. So I've been watching you. With tears in my eyes, I wrapped him in a hook. Said, my little bear, here's
Kick things off back in the top of the 5th inning. Jamestown looking for trying to get something going. They've been kind of quiet. They've only had runners on base via the walk for their first hit of the night in the top of the 5th. First pitch hit towards second baseman. Makes throw to Jaffe and just one pitch, one out. And that's been the main issue. They've had a lot of leadoff one pitch outs to start off the innings for Jamestown.
And that's good news for Geneva, Gage. Like we mentioned earlier, the bullpen for Geneva has had their problems this year. They really are looking at these starting pitchers to go deep into the game to bail out the need for needing the bullpen to come in and pitch a lot of innings.
They're hoping for another Eshelman performance on the mound. For those that didn't tune in to yesterday's game against Newark, Jack Eshelman pitched 8 innings, only giving up 1 hit in the one-hitter win against Newark. Next pitch is chopped towards shortstop. That being Max Hittman makes a throw to Jaffe, and 2 up, 2 down in just 2 pitches.
That's pretty efficient. You can't ask for more than that.
I was going to say, look at what speechless over there, Dad. A little bit something going on that you're so shocked to see. Yes, I am. Now to the plate is Jack Davis. He struck out swinging his last time up back in inning number 2.
So if you're the Jamestown manager, you got to be telling your players to take a pitch.
You would imagine he would take a pitch here right now. As Ducks tries to frame it back in, but it misses outside for ball 1. First pitch taken in this inning, and it's just the 3rd pitch of this inning. Next pitch misses down low, ball 2, 2-0.
If you're Jamestown, you want to work these counts because the Geneva pitcher has shown that he does have a hard time finding the zone when you go deep into the count with him.
Next pitch is fouled towards the backstop, out of play. Ball, strike 1. 2-1 is the count. Two-one offering is hit towards the third baseline, but foul. But now put a count even at 2-2. So we got 2s are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. 2-2 home. Walters gets a sign, kicks and deals. And a broken bat over to second. Makes the throw to Jaffe, and that ends the inning. Halfway through here, we'll stay here, however, as I'll talk to my dad here a little bit about his love of the game. So you grew up watching baseball, big-time baseball fan. So how does it feel to call the game you love for the first time?
This is really like a dream come true. It's something I would have never imagined. It's something that I thought I always would want to do, but never really pursued it other than just in my own mind and, playing baseball in the backyard. So it's a pretty amazing experience at this point, and I'm having a good time.
And that's all that matters. Your first time, how do you think you're doing so far? Do you think you're ready to be at the Chris Berman level yet? You were talking about that during the pregame here, about getting ready to play with Chris Berman about baseball.
Yeah, probably not, Gage. There's people that spend hours and hours and hours of practice in school to be able to do this. I'm just happy to be here today with you by my side, and I'm just having a good time. It's as if we're at home watching the game on the TV together and just talking baseball.
So was there anything you were nervous about coming into today's game at all? Like anything, like the nerves kicking in, like, oh man, this is actually happening, anything like that?
Just about everything. You don't know what you're going to say when it happens, but it's baseball. So there's 9 innings, there's 3 outs in each half of the inning, and it's baseball. So I know baseball, let's just talk baseball, and I'm hoping everyone on the air is having a good time listening. I know I'm having a good time so far, and I'm really hoping for a Geneva win here, Gage.
Yes, that's definitely true. One thing definitely we got to work on here is, definitely the best thing is, like, oh, this is my first time calling with you, your first time calling. It's nothing that we never expected to have happen earlier on when I was thinking of broadcasting. But I'm excited to have this happen. You remember you were talking during my internship when I first talked to you, like, oh, are they playing at all on Father's Day or something? If so, let's see if you can get your boss to let us go do that. I'm like, hey, I'll go see what I can do. And well, here we are. Home half of the 5th, coming back here to watch some baseball. And it is Ozzie Fleischer, the second baseman from Tufts University. He is up to the plate. He grounded into a double play last time up, a line drive to the shortstop, who made a throw to second base to record the double play to end the inning in the second. Still 1-0, a bit of a pitcher's duel coming up after the home run hit by Nick Surse in the home half of the first. First pitch in there for a called strike, going 1. Next pitch also finds the zone for a strike 2. So Fleischer down 0-2 in the count. Usually the leadoff man for Geneva, hitting 8th in the lineup, and that one is grounded towards second baseman for Jamestown. Makes a throw to first for the first out here in the home half of the 5th.
So if you're Geneva here, you're looking to get something started. You're up 1-0, but you haven't had a whole lot of hits. You left 4 runners on base. It's the bottom of the 5th now. It's middle innings. This is time that they really want to be able to extend that lead, but they're having a hard time doing it against this pitching from Jamestown.
Luke Picciotti hits into the plate in the right fielder, and that's something you're right. First pitch call strike. Is that this team, they always have to find a way. They've had balls in first pitch, but you're right, Dad. It's been the main issue for this team is that they have early leads, but they can't extend on it because they can't trust their bullpens. I mean, they've shown time and time again and proven it that they are not that efficient on the mound, and there's not really that trusting to give your guys innings of relief. And that's what they're known for, right? Relief. But they haven't really shown it so far. Next pitch is fouled towards the backstop. 1-2. To Luke Pucciati, the right fielder for Geneva. With Brandon Gelpy up on deck, center fielder. 1-2 offering from Perry. Kicks and deals. It hit foul at home plate. So we'll do it again. So far you've seen Perry pitch. What have been your thoughts on him so far, the Jamestown pitcher?
He's had a good outing. He made one mistake in the bottom of the first inning, and that mistake was sent over the right center field fence. That's the only mistake he's really made.
1-2 offering from Perry. Tried to catch Picciotti chasing at that one, but he wisely lays off. 2-2.
It really has been a pitcher's duel so far here today with only 3 hits combined.
Pitch misses outside, ball 3. Full count offering on the way to Picciotti. Are you surprised that you're not seeing the Geneva hometown hero in today?
On Father's Day, I'm a little surprised. I'm sure his family would be here in attendance. His dad, of course. Yeah, I'm a little surprised.
That, of course, being Patchett. He's been doing pretty well on the lineup card for Geneva up to this point. Another 3-2 offering. 8th pitch of this at bat between Picciotti and Perry coming up. And time is called by the official. Picciotti's last at bat, he's 0 for 1. He reached on an error that was made by the second baseman back in the 3rd inning. And the ump is ready. We're set for some more baseball. Kicks and deals with Perry. Misses inside, ball 4. So Picciotti advances to first base for the second time tonight.
So we got a runner on first with 1 out. Let's see if Geneva can get a little action here and try to get a run across.
We'll see. It's Gelpy. He grounded to a fielder's choice and was stranded at third base the last time up. And Mark Trotta on deck. He would be next, and he struck out swinging in his previous 2 attempts at the plate. So he's looking at making a reversal of fortunes here. But we'll go to Gelpy. He's up at the plate right now, the center fielder for Geneva. Here's a first offering from Perry. Misses wide outside with a breaking ball and trying to catch him chasing that. We'll get a slider. Ball 1.
That pitch was not close, so Gelpy did a great job laying off on that. Wasn't even close enough to think about attempting to swing at that ball.
Here comes the 0-1 offering as first off. He takes a look back at Picciotti at first, and some of the Red Wings fans are not too thrilled with that. So if you're Gelpy, what would you do in this situation? You have a runner over a first with 1 out here in the inning. You're up already 1-0. Next pitch is fouled and it's a broken bat, so it literally shatters over it. He tosses it to the ground, so he gets a new one. That's the main issue with these wooden bats, is they break every once in a while. So, Dad, what would you do in this scenario in a 1-1 count with a runner at first?
So here you're looking to make some contact, keep it on the ground or a line drive. You really want to be able to move that runner from first to second, or even with a base hit into the outfield, he'll go on to third. But you're trying to make contact. You do not want to hit it up for a pop fly. That's not going to help you right here. You've got to make solid contact and try to move that runner over to second, and especially in a tight game like this one is.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Perry. Misses down low, ball 2. That could have been a strike, but just misses on the borderline call there. So can you see like a hit and run scenario being played here? Would you see that being a possibility?
Gelpy's only batting 167 with runners on base. I don't know if a batter like that, you want to put a play like that in action, because you could strand your runner out and then end up with a double play. I really don't think with that type of batting average, I'd let him just concentrate on hitting the ball.
2-1 offering inside up there for a call at strike 2 upstairs. Puts the count even at 2-2. You hear the wind blow briskly hard here through the mics, showing you how hard the wind has been. Probably one of the main issues of today's game is a big reason why the pitchers haven't really been dealing. They've been dealing well, but the ball, when it's been hit, hasn't been going in their favor for the hitters up on the plate.
I knew you liked blue.
Full count offering. Perry takes a look back at Patchett at Picciotti at first.
Just about.
Full count offering. 6th pitch of this at bat here. A lot of long at bats here. And the next pitch is fouled out of play. For the last 2 at bats have been pretty long. The last one going 9 pitches. This one is going pretty lengthy as well. So look at the 7th pitch of this at bat coming up. So you've got to imagine that's really tiring out Perry up there in the mound. Something he's not really used to, I'm assuming, with the stamina that he's been induced when he was playing college ball.
Better than Diet Pepsi.
Taking a look back at first.
Spending a lot of time concentrating on the first base runner. That that could be a sign of how tight of a game this is. They don't want to get any lead to potentially get that runner to second or third on a ball hit into the outfield.
You know, I see some action going on in the Geneva bullpen. As that next pitch is
Weak
thrown to
hit.
the shortstop, trying to turn two. They get one, but that'll be all, as it's a lofted throw from the second baseman, so they could go as a fielder's choice.
It was a slow roller to shortstop. That was going to be a challenge to turn two on that because of the pace that the ball did not have.
Yep, that is definitely true. And there'll be two gone in the inning, and up to the top of the order will be Mark Trotta. Like I said before, it looks like Bruno Circle warming up on the mound, up in the pitching, up in the bullpen here for Geneva. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some action in the Jamestown bullpen as well. So Jamestown is going. The coach is going to talk to the base ump for a second before we get set here.
This is really a tough decision for the managers on pitching because both pitchers, whether it was Geneva pitcher Walters or the Jamestown pitcher, there's only been one hit that's had any power behind it at all. There's been a lot of little slow dribblers on the infield on both sides. So both pitchers are doing a phenomenal job. So it's going to be tough when you do pull the pitcher and go to the bullpen because you don't want to do it too early and then make a mistake.
Next pitch misses down low for a ball, 1-0. You're correct on that, actually. But now the real question is, it's been a very windy day out. Do you think that you called on the wind or do you call it on the pitching dominance? Which do you think it's more about?
Yeah, I don't think the wind would be, as he throws over to first, I don't think the wind would really affect my decision at all. It'd be a lot about how the pitcher's feeling, and they probably are counting pitch count. But so far, both pitchers have been dominant in this game. Like I said, one mistake by the Jamestown pitcher.
Picchiotti takes off on the hit and run. Won't go anywhere as Mark Trotta grounds out to end the inning. So 5 innings complete here in Geneva. Still, it is a 1-0 Red Wings lead. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube.
He was a giant when I was just a kid. I was always trying to do everything he did. I can still remember every lesson he taught me. Growing up, learning how to be like my old man. He was a lion. We were a father's pride, but I was defiant when he made me walk the line. He knew how to lift me.
We'll kick things back off here in the top half of the 6th. My dad is taking a quick bathroom break. He'll be right back in just a moment. Leading off for the Tarp Skunks. That's the first pitch is in there for a call strike. Owen walks in the ball, 1-0. It is 10-1-2 to kick it off. The top of the 6th, a tough play, and it is a fair ball. And that'll be the first hit of the game for Jamestown. Go as an infield single, a tough way to get your first hit of the game, and to give up your first hit of the game if you're Walters up on the mound. But nonetheless, maybe this might start a rally here for Jamestown. Now kicking in is Henry Martinez, the center fielder, leading off. He's 0 for 1 as he lined out back in the 3rd and walked in the 1st inning. First pitch, he takes a sacrifice bunt. Ducks makes throw to Jaffe, and there's one away. So that goes a sacrifice hit to advance. Frazier, 90 feet. Now stepping in is Mark Tucker. First pitch is grounded down for first ball, 1-0. Big opportunity here to get a potential tying run as they're trying to build a run here for Jamestown. They haven't really many base runners or opportunities to be able to do that. The next pitch is hit foul towards the Geneva dugout. So we'll do it again. 1-1 is a count. Mark Tucker is 0 for 1 as he struck out swinging in the third and was left stranded at second base and back in the first. Walters takes a look at second, trying to catch for Frazier, but Frazier gets back in time. So the pitching for Geneva has been pretty well dominant over the past 2 games, a game and a half, as the next pitch is swung on and missed, strike 2. Something to keep in mind. Since, to think about it this way, they had a one hitter in yesterday's game, and now today they've so far only allowed 1 hit through 4 1/3. So something to keep in mind, the dominance of this pitching staff. Maybe they're finding their groove up there in the mound. That's something that they've been struggling with earlier on in the year, but if they find it at the right time, they might be able to squeeze out a good number of wins and get a little streak going. So looking for their first consecutive win streak of the year. Next pitch is hit over towards the parking lot, and it ricochets off of one of the cars. You might want to move your cars if you're parked by the left field stands. Out of play. So we'll do the count again, 1-2. 2-2 count, excuse me. 2-2 pitch. Just off the plate. Full count pitch now. 3-2. To the Tarp Skunks shortstop. Here comes the full count offering. And it's hit towards the left fielder, trying to make the grab. And he does for the second out. And there are 2 outs, 2 gone here in the inning, in the top of the 6th. Now stepping in will be Cody Betty, the third baseman for Jamestown, excuse me. He's 0 for 2 with the ground of the second baseman in the 4th, and he lined out to Gelby in the 1st. First pitch misses, ball 1. Geneva looking for their second straight home victory of the year. Last time out at home, they defeated Newark 3-2 in a really tightly contested battle. 1-0 offering in there for a called strike 1. And Pape is a little bit irritated with that call by the looks of it up there at the plate. 1-1 offering. Hit, and it's that tough play for Hitman, so he eats the ball. He makes a play in third, and he's out! Thrown out at third! Painful base running by the Tarp Skunks, and that's how the inning will come to a close. 5.5 innings in the books. Geneva still clinging to that 1-0 lead. We'll step aside, be right back. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. They're kicking set here for the top home half of the 6th, and Max Hitman will line that one out to the left field to kick things up in the home half of the 6th inning.
Yesterday, the Avalanche.
1-0 still. Geneva leads. I'm Gage Kilborn. Joined alongside me is my dad, Carl Kilborn. Father's Day here at the ballpark. No other better way to have our Father's Day than together watching some baseball. Now to the plate, it's Nick Sturse. Is the first pitch in there for a called strike. He's been the big difference so far in this game.
They go 9 innings here.
9 innings.
Yes. Little Leaguer's going 7 innings, right?
He's been the only difference on the scoreboard right now, Gage.
Next pitch in there for a called strike, 0-2. You are correct. His swing is the big reason why Geneva has the lead. Back in the home half of the 1st, his solo shot to right field to the left of the McDonough Park sign scoreboard. 0-2 offering to Sturse, looking to repeat.
Oh.
Next pitch, almost hits him.
Almost hit him.
Inside.
Trying to get him off the plate that time. 1-2 is the count.
Number 34, David Ortiz.
They were working the outside of the plate with him the first couple pitches and then came in.
Jaffe on deck. Oh, excuse me, it looks like they're going to have Cole Fleming pinch hit for Jaffe. 1-2 offering is hit over to third base attack.
That could be 2.
He's looking for 2, but he'll stay at first with a single. His second hit of the ball game. He's been the main guy for Geneva here today. Now kicking in, it'll be Cole Fleming to pinch hit for Jordan Jaffe.
I was standing on my shoe.
Only the 4th hit of the game for Geneva, and Sturse has 2 of them.
How you would have been at third? You would have went from first.
The main reason why Geneva has a lead. Now kicking in will be the pinch hitting for Jaffe. It'll be Cole Fleming.
Home run.
Trying to get something started, and next pitch is hit deep towards right field, and it'll go down for a hit. And going to third base, it'll be Hurst, and he slides in safe. And they got runners on the corners, and they're in business now. Before we get the line card set here on line,
It's a deep line drive to the gap. Went all the way to the fence. Allowed Sturse to advance from first to third.
and now at the plate, it is Ray Ortiz with an opportunity to get some RBI totals and extend this lead for Geneva. Ray Ortiz is 0 for 2 tonight as he was struck out, swinging back in the 4th and grounded out to 3rd in the 2nd. Just a base hit will make all the difference here for Geneva. Extend this lead a little bit and get some breathing room.
Wendy's, I can get my salad.
First pitch, which is up high, ball 1.
So Ortiz is batting 167 with runners in scoring position, but he does have 2 RBIs on the year in that situation.
It was a 1-0 offering. Kicks and deals. Inside, called strike 1 and inside corner. Even the count at 1-1. Sturse having a pop-off performance, something that I think the Geneva fans have been waiting for out of him. It's been a while since we've seen him hit the scoreboard a couple times.
Swing, batter, swing.
I was going to ask you, I know another big thing that your big argument is the uniforms for teams. Well, how do you think of the uniforms we've seen so far between Geneva and Jamestown? What are your grades on them? Next pitch in there for a called strike, 1-2.
So I was going to answer that after that last pitch. So I really like Geneva. It's a classic look. The red helmets, navy blue caps, red numbers. Classic style of baseball uniform.
Here goes a 1-2 offering to Ortiz. Kicks and deals. No, first off, takes a look back at the runner at first, that being Cole Fleming. Probably a smart decision. He has some speed on, some wheels on him. Here comes a 1-2 pitch, swung in the dirt, strike 3, and Matt Ortiz is irritated at that call. And that'll be the second out here in this one.
I think he's upset with himself for chasing that. Needs to think of the situation. You need to put the ball in play. Going 1 out, a fly ball will score a run and give you an advance to the lead, make it 2-0. Chase that pitch in the dirt. There was not much he was going to be able to do with that, but he went after it anyways. Could not lay off it.
Now stepping in, it's Nick Castellana, the designated hitter here in this one. With 2 gone in the inning, runners in the corners. Geneva, their best opportunity, to get some runs on the board in a while. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. If you're Castellana right now, Dad, what would you do to try to get Nick Surge to cross the plate and get the second run of the game?
Well, with 2 outs, you have to put the ball into a position and get on base. There's 2 outs you can't sacrifice. You've got to just line drive, find a gap.
Easy as can be. Simple.
It's simple.
Simple baseball hit, but it's simple, but it's not doable. That's the thing. That's going to be difficult with a new pitcher that they haven't really seen yet. Eddie Galatas at the plate for Geneva, on the mound for Jamestown. Meanwhile, ball in the dirt, and advancing to second base, it'll be Cole Fleming, showing his speed, and off the wild pitch by Galatas. They'll have 2 runners in scoring position with 2 men out here, and they will intentionally walk Castellana, and they'll have Ducks up at the plate instead. With the bases loaded, 2 outs, the biggest opportunity here for Geneva to get some runs on the board. A big at-bat here for both teams. You could imagine.
We're going to have a mound visit. They want to talk about it. They want to talk about what they're going to do. Bases loaded. The catcher's up next, number 1.
Shane Ducks, the catcher. He is 1 for 2, so he does have a hit, so he's not like he's struggling at the plate today.
He's batting 1,000 with the bases loaded.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
With 3 RBIs. So would have been a base clearing hit the last time, the only time. He's only been at bat once.
That's probably why the whole infield is coming in to discuss their strategy in this one. They need just 1 out. So it's bases are loaded with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Geneva looking to open up this game a little bit, get some more breathing room so the relievers in the bullpen. And take a look, and we're set here as the Jamestown head coach goes back to the dugout. We're set for some more baseball. Shane Ducks up the plate. He is 1 for 2. He is showing off that he can hit the bat, hit the ball pretty well. Some fans looking for a grand slam, and that does happen. Boy, this game will be open wide. Here comes the first pitch from Galatas. In the dirt for a ball, 1-0.
But you can't get too pretty here because you got to worry about things like that. You throw the ball in the dirt, squirts away from the catcher, and on third scores. So you really got to be careful here in this situation.
Comes a 1-0 offering from Galatas. In there for a called strike. Puts the count even at 1-1. I'd like to thank the 60 people that are currently watching this game. It'll definitely help support all Geneva Red Wings baseball throughout the years. And next pitch is fouled back, out of play, moving the count to 1-2. Big at-bat, big pitch coming here for Jamestown. They're 1 pitch away from getting out of this one without giving up a crooked number and staying just 1 run behind the Red Wings. Here comes a 1-2 pitch from Galatas.
Oh!
Inside, ball 2. Looking for the inside corner, but couldn't find it. Counts even 2-2. Deuces are wild here in Geneva. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 gone here in the 6th.
Ball 3.
2-2 offering from Galatas. Takes a look at over at third. He steps off.
Well, the crowd's really upset with that.
A little bit upset there. They know what is at stake here in this one. Trying to take down a team that's been hot so far through the first 13 games they played. Next
In the
pitch misses
dirt.
down low. Ball 3. Full count pitch. And boy, a huge spot here. Full count offering with bases loaded, 2 outs, Dad. What would you expect this pitch to be?
I think, again, you've got to go with the fastball here, but he's not going to give him anything down the middle of the plate. He's going to be trying to work in a corner. And the question is whether he can gain the control to get it in for a strike. He's been searching a little bit for that zone these last few pitches.
Takes a look back at the runner at first, trying to do a pickoff move with Castellana at first, but comes up with no cigar.
The Jamestown pitcher's fastball does have a lot of movement on it today. It tails off right at the last end. That's fooled these hitters so far today, but it's also caused them to miss the zone sometimes.
And he walks in a run! Galatas walks in the 2nd run of the game, and Nick Surse, of course, scores it. And now Geneva has a 2-0 lead over Jamestown.
I'm having flashbacks to last night, Gage.
I know, that's what you're not too thrilled of seeing, I'm sure of it.
Well, it's better when it's the home team that's the recipient.
Barron's a home team, and the home crowd's loving it. 2-0 lead. Now stepping in is Ozzie Fleischer, second baseman for Tufts University. He kicks in. He's 0-2 today as he grounded out to a double play his last time up to the shortstop with Jamestown. And he grounded out to the second baseman back in the previous inning to lead it off. Next pitch misses. Puts a count even at 1-1.
This is Ozzie's first at bat this year with the bases loaded.
Trying to get something going. He usually leads off the inning. He's the leadoff man for Geneva. Next pitch in there for a call.
Oh, that
strike.
just caught the black.
And the fans are not loving that call, but nonetheless, it's now 1-2 count.
I think the plate was a little wider on that pitch.
You would imagine the umpire looking to move this inning along a little bit, you would think. 1-2 offering.
High fly.
Deep fly into foul territory. Looking to think he grabs the third baseman, but he loses it. So we'll do it again.
Long run by the third baseman. If he had made that play, that would have been a phenomenal Sports Center moment. He had a long ways to run to be able to catch up to that one.
That would have been a Sports Center moment, but unfortunately our camera was not able to pick that up. Sorry for our fans that are watching, our 60+ that are currently viewing this game, but we do appreciate your viewership. Much appreciated. We hope you're enjoying the call as much as the game that's been going on so far. It's been a very good game, very big pitcher's duel through the first 5+ innings you see. Next pitch in the dirt. Puts the count even at 2-2.
And this gets to be the time of day here at McDonough Park where that sun is brutal out in left center field, right in the batter's eyes.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces Wild once again. So far, the line score for Jamestown, 0 runs on 2 hits with 2 errors through 6 innings at the plate. Next pitch is hit down the line, and then the shortstop will make it easy run from second to end the inning. So, 6 innings complete here in Geneva, New York. The Red Wings tack on 1 more to extend their lead. They lead the Tarp Skunks 2-0. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. We'll take a quick breather. We'll be back for some more. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The top half of inning number 7 due up. And it's Jamestown's half. They're trying to get a run on the board. They got their first hit in the previous inning.
I think we have a new pitcher, Gage, don't we?
We do. It's Wyatt Patchett, the hometown hero, new pitcher for Geneva.
Their prices are ridiculous.
And the first pitch
Home run.
is fouled away, out of play.
But we now know why he wasn't in the lineup to start the game. They were keeping him to bring him in to pitch.
And he's a pretty solid pitcher. I'm not going to lie. I saw him pitch earlier this year against Auburn. He really quieted down the Auburn offense. Next pitch is hit deep and foul. Fleming takes a quick look at it. 0-2 pitch is coming. And to the plate, Brandon Lane. He's 0 for 2 tonight. One of their top hitters has been kept off the base so far through 2 at-bats here in the 7th. 0-2 offering. Trying to catch him chasing down.
That was close.
But it was close, but he misses for ball 1. 1-2. So you just had a hot dog at the game. The one from Rochester. Take a quick look at this pitch before I ask you the question. Next pitch is hit deep to the left field. Deep, looking back, and he makes the grab at
Nice
the warning
catch.
track for the first out. So
That's probably the most solid amount of contact we have seen from Jamestown tonight.
yeah, so far this game, that's been easily the best clean hit they've had all game long. The first hit of the game they had wasn't really a clean hit. It was just a grounder down towards the first baseline that just stayed fair, barely. And to get a pitcher no play, to throw.
Yeah, I did miss that because I was waiting in line to get a famous Zweigel's hot dog. There was a long line today with all the fathers in the house here at McDonough Park.
So how did that compare to your traditional, to a Hoffman hot dog that you had at Utica?
You know, it was spicy. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was, a change of pace. It's not living out this way where we live. Zweigel's is not available. It's only Hoffman. So it was a nice change of pace, and I enjoyed it. Highly recommend it for all the fans down here at McDonough Park to go buy one.
1-1 pitch is hit to the press box. They don't like the press box in that grove there, but with the count at 1-2.
Another nice thing to see when I was out there in the concourse area at the stadium, I saw the Red Wings players interacting with all the Little League players, signing baseballs, talking with them, having a catch. It was really heartwarming to see.
It's fun to see, definitely. 1-2 offered from Patchett. Up high, ball 2. It's interesting you point this out is that it probably means a lot to the kids, obviously. I remember growing up having that happen. Even with minor leagues, in the minor league system, when I was watching Double Days play, having some of those Double Days players sign the ball or something. Next pitch is fouled back out of play. But it also means a lot to the players because it's probably the first time I ever had fans, kids, ask for autographs. And it means a lot to them to boost their morale and their confidence as the years go on, as this season goes on.
2-2 the count.
With 2 gone here in the inning. And the pitch misses up high, ball 3. Full count offering.
Put it in there, buddy.
Got this. Strike him out.
Trying to get the punch out to end the inning is Patchett. And he's
High
a
fly
deep
ball.
fly ball to right field. And Picciani is there. And that'll be the second out. As the score is not correct.
Made the catch right by the McDonald's sign.
And hopefully you might catch some McDonald's afterwards. Now to the plate will be Will Doral, the designated hitter for Jamestown. He is 0 for 2 tonight with a punch out back in the 4th, and he grounded to the second baseman to end the inning in the 1st. Patchett kicks and deals. First pitch down low for ball 1. Right up. Jamestown faithful is really rooting hard for their Geneva boy. up on the mound and try to close this thing out. Next pitch, in there for a called strike, keeping the count at 1-1.
If you're a Geneva fan right now, you're holding your breath. This is the part of the game where the train seems to go off the track.
That's definitely a great analysis there, Dad. It's been the main struggle for this team has been up to this point, but right now it looks like they're wheeling and dealing with Patch up on the mound, trying to close this thing out. He's been one of the more confident relievers for this team up to this point. 1-2 offering. One pitch away from getting out of this one. To Patchett. Swings and it's fouled. Just got a piece of it. Ducks tried to make the catch, but
that was a survival swing.
That's about as survival as you get. Just got a piece of it, barely.
It was very close. He had to protect the plate on that and just hoping to cue it foul because there was nothing he could do with that pitch, but it was close enough to the strike zone that you couldn't take it.
Here comes a 1-2 offering from Patchett. Kicks and deals. Misses inside. Tries to catch a chase in a breaking ball, but he misses. 2-2.
Hatchett's working inside, outside, inside of the plate. He's really got these Jamestown hitters searching for answers.
2-2 offering with 2 gone here in the inning. Top of the 7th. 2-2 pitch from Patchett. Hit fouled towards the Geneva dugout. He's probably getting frustrated with the players over there after the dominant pitching performance they've seen so far. Seems so right now they're playing like a team on the mound, and that's been what's been going well so far for them. Trying to look for their 16th consecutive shutout inning. In the air, running over there to the second baseman and make the grab, and that'll do it. 16 straight shutout innings to go dating back to last night, and the inning is over. 6.5 innings have come and gone. Get up and stretch, folks. 7th inning stretch coming up here in Geneva. We'll step aside, take a quick breather. You're watching Red Wings Baseball here on YouTube. Welcome back to the home half of inning number 7 in Geneva, New York. The Red Wings out over the Tarp Skunks 2-0. Jamestown currently sitting 3rd in the PGCBL West. Geneva sitting at 7th, looking for their second straight win after coming out victorious yesterday, winning over Newark 5-0. First pitch swung on from Picciotti, looking over to make the grab. He's a left fielder, and he does. Barely makes the grab for the first out.
So Geneva's up 2-0, but they really need to get some more runs on the board. They left runners on base every inning this game except the first.
It's been their main struggle right now, if you could put it that way. Like, how many runners in total they left on base?
8 runners have been left on base for Geneva this game.
That's the struggle continuing so far. And first pitch is fouled away. 0-1. Next pitch, blown in the air, and it'll make the catch as a right fielder for the second out. And Brandon Gelpy is done, is going away as well. And they turn into a quick inning for Jamestown, something they're not really accustomed to seeing. And now up to the plate will be Mark Trotta, the left fielder for Geneva. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in the game to this point. What is he to do to turn this around and get a hit and come in the hit column here today? First pitch up high, ball 1.
Well, making contact would be a good start. 2 strikeouts this game, hasn't put the ball in play. Short the swing, make contact.
And next pitch is a line down for a base hit. And he decided to make contact. I think he did.
He must have heard me, Gage. He must have heard me. We're pretty close to home plate. Excellent hit there. Line drive, left center field, dropped in for a base hit. Beautiful job of hitting right there.
And now coming up is the hit man, Max Hitman, at the plate. He is 1 for 3 tonight with a base hit back in the third. He lined out his last time up in the last inning in the 6th.
And when runners are on base is when Max shines.
But he won't today as he grounds out to end the inning. So quick inning here in Geneva. And that'll be all here as we played 7 full in McDonough Park. It is the Red Wings still leading 2-0. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. We'll step aside and take a quick breather. And have a happy Father's Day, everyone. We welcome you back here to the top half of the 8th in Geneva. And it is going to be Johnny Camps to lead things off, the extra hitter for Jamestown. Trying to cut into this deficit. It's 2-0 deficit. The first pitch in there for a called strike. As Patchett back out for his second inning of work.
Painted the inside corner on that one, right at the knees. Beautiful pitch. Beautiful pitch.
And the next one catches his zone as well. Strike 2.
I think Geneva's bullpen's got 6 outs in them, Gage. They've closed this one.
I think when you have Patch on the mound, it is likely to happen. As next pitch is a line.
That's going all the way to the fence.
And rounding second, and being Wade trying for a triple. And the throw to Ortiz, and he's out!
They got
out! There was a
delay
call by the official, but he makes a play to end the inning to get the first out.
What a play. That was an incredible throw to third base. On the fly, right on the money to the third baseman's glove for the tag out. Excellent.
Extending a double into a triple. It comes up unsuccessful with Johnny Camps, and that'll be the first out here in this one.
Let's hope that didn't rattle Hatchet a little bit. The next pitch he throws is about 55 feet into the dirt and travels all the way to the backstop.
1-0 is the count to the Jamestown right fielder. He's 0 for 2 today. Next pitch misses down low as well. Ball 2. Gotta say, Little Leaguers are kind of adorable out there on the field today. Been all over the place, enjoying the game, enjoying the moment.
They're chasing foul balls. Well, there hasn't been a lot of them. They're within the confines of the stadium for them to chase.
Definitely, that has definitely been true for the most part here in this one. As this ballpark is really confined within as a whole. 3-0 count in there for a called strike. Moves a count to 3-1 in the home half in the top of the 8th. Only 5 more outs to work with for the Tarp Skunks. And the next pitch is a line sharply towards the gap. There to pick up his Picchiotti. And he'll make a throw back in time to Fleischer. So Jordan King will be on with a 1-out single.
We have a mound visit here. That's 2 batters, 2 solid line drives to the gaps in the outfield. So you wonder what they're thinking here if you're the Geneva pitching coach.
Yeah, I would imagine. What do you imagine? Like they're probably trying turning 2 to end the inning, but it's hard to turn 2 in this league. As a lot of hard hits, as we see one of the Geneva players throws a ball to a lucky kid over there up at the wooden porch. They're all enjoying it. The kids taking the moment as well as players of Geneva. Well, still we see a mound visit as the home plate umpire is coming in to break it up.
And if you're Geneva, you got to be thinking, oh no, let's not do this again. We need to get these last 5 outs and put this game in the books.
So would you much rather have so that's something that you think is a big issue, is that they have to work on not having a repeat of what's happened the previous 9 to 10 games they played? First pitch in the dirt, ball 1.
Absolutely. They've only been able to put 2 runs on the board so far. And this is the time of the game when it starts to slip away from them. And they got to find a way to spell relief and find someone in the bullpen that can really close these games out.
Next pitch misses down low, ball 2, 2-0. That's their main issue, has been finding someone to close games out. They've shown sometimes some pitchers have come up and have come through in the clutch. Right now there's no action in the Geneva bullpen, so they're sticking with their guy. Meanwhile, Jamestown is starting to get some guys warmed up. And Wyatt misses, and he goes down 3-0 to the Tarp Skunk catcher, who's 0 for 2 today as he struck out back in the 2nd and grounded to Fleischer in the 5th. Here comes a 3-0 in there for a called strike, and that brings it back to 3-1.
Looked like he was taken all the way on that one. Hatchet was having a hard time throwing a strike.
These last 2 batters, it seems, he's had a hard time looking for a strike. And There goes. Here's a 3-1. Is hit high, but not very far. Over there is Fleischer to make the grab, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
Needed that out. Going down 3-0 on the hitter, and able to come back and force him to pop out to second base. That was a huge at bat.
Now to the plate's Royce Frazier, and he's a Penn Stater, right, Dad?
I believe he is. He's a Nittany Lion.
Now, you as a former Penn State alum yourself, how does it feel to see someone in the former blue and white?
Well, he's wearing all black today. We never did circle back to the uniform question, but I don't really think of Penn State as baseball.
As stolen base is successful for Jordan King, so he advances 90 feet.
So when I was looking over the roster earlier today, I was quite surprised to see a Penn Stater.
Really? Out of the Big Ten school, like you said, Big Ten not really known for their baseball as much. Last time they had a Big Ten team make it to the College World Series, probably could have been Michigan. We made all the College World Series finals in 2019. And the next pitch is a line drive, and he makes the grab. And they count that for an out.
Wow.
That'll end the inning. What a play. Web jump play by the Geneva left fielder. And that will end the inning with a shoot. How can you express that, Dad?
Well, the entire Red Wing bench is out on the field to congratulate him as he returns to the dugout after that catch. Phenomenal.
Great play made by Mark Strada to end the inning. So 7.5 in the books. Geneva still holding on to a 2-0 lead. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. We are back here in the home half of inning number 8 in Geneva. The Red Wings looking to try to add on to the lead a little bit more before trying to come away with the last 3 outs here in the top of the 9th. And the first pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. To Nick Surse, the extra hitter, who's been the main reason why this team has a 2-0 lead. He is 2 for 3 with a home run, and he has scored 2 runs. Not much better you can say except for that. This next pitch is fouled away, 1-1. And that one's also fouled away, 1-2. Geneva looking for their 5th win on the year to improve their record of 5-6, and for their 2nd straight victory on the season. They'll be off tomorrow, and then they'll be headed to Jamestown on Tuesday to take on these same Tarp Skunks. The next pitch is a line drive. That'll be his 3rd hit of the game. What a day for Nick Surse.
3 for 4 for Surse on Father's Day. What a piece of hitting and display he's put on here today at the ballpark.
I think he might have gotten frustrated with me the last time it was a home game when he thought he had a sacrifice hit in his last at bat against Newark, but I said, no, that's not a sacrifice hit. He went 1 for 4 instead of 1 for 3. But he's making up for it, going 3 for 4 today.
And more importantly, he's setting the table for the rest of the Red Wings team. They really are looking to get some insurance runs here in the bottom half of the 8th.
And up to the plate's Cole Fleming in this second at bat. He's 1 for 1. Was stranded left on third base. First pitch in there for a strike as he was trying to bunt over Search to second. They called a strike. 0-1.
Looked like he pulled back to me.
He looked like he pulled back, but I think it's still in the zone regardless. Here comes the 0-1 offering. Jackson kicks and deals and has a high fly ball, and it'll drop.
Foul
Foul
ball.
ball. And now Cole Fleming will have to take his hacks up there. 0-2.
Yeah, with 2 strikes, you wouldn't expect him to be trying to bunt now.
Yes, that would be a bad thing to happen. If he does, there'll be a foul ball, will be considered a strikeout. That'll be the first out of the inning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Jackson. Kicks and deals. And a swing and a miss. And that'll be the first out here in the 8th. And now stepping in, it is Ray Ortiz, who struck out swinging back in the 6th.
I think Ortiz has been on base, or has been batting with runners on base all game, but has not found a way to knock any of them in.
It's been his main issue so far in this one. First pitch down low, ball 1. Try not to be struck out again for the 3rd time. That's a hitter's hat trick you do not want to have on your side. Every time Search has made it on base, he's found a way to score. Let's see if he does the same here today. This game.
They have been for the last years because one time they
Jackson steps off the mound,
7
takes a look over at Search at first.
8 years.
2-0 Red Wings lead Jamestown. Earlier today, Newark lost to Niagara 10-3. Next pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Newark was in the rhythm earlier on in the year to go to 3-4, but have dropped their last 5 straight games. They're now down to 3-9 on the year, I believe. Struggling, still continuing. Meanwhile, Niagara is still fighting hard in that borderline part. It's going to be the West Division as a whole, Dad, for the PGCBL. It's going to be fun to watch. The top 5 to 6 teams in that division are going to be while battling out through the next 48 games together for the next 2 months. Find out the top 4 teams are to make it to the PGCBL playoffs.
It's going to be a tight race. Here it's 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Nick Sears on first. Geneva up 2-0, looking to add to their lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Here comes a 3-1 pitch, and it's a deep fly ball to right field. Looking to get out, and it'll be barely foul. And that was fair by a couple of feet. That could have been a home run.
It was in the trees, but about 10 feet to the right of the foul pole.
And so it'll be a bring it count to full 3-2.
They do that again, but bring it in further.
Red Wings fans were hoping that was gone, but in a little bit left of the foul pole. Meanwhile, this one's chopped foul right up full plate. You would imagine whatever pitch Jackson threw, he's not going to throw that one again.
325 feet down the right and left field lines here at McDonough Park. 402 to straightaway center.
A bit of a shallower park compared to others in this league, if you can imagine.
Wind blowing left to right and swirling.
Here comes a full count offering. Hit deep to center field, but right there in time to center fielder as he had to follow it a little bit as the wind made a change, but nonetheless it'll be the second out of the inning. And now Up to the plate will be Nick Castellana, the DH for Geneva. He is 0 for 0 in three plate appearances. He's walked every time. He walked in the second, walked in the fourth, and he was intentionally walked in the sixth. Let's see if he'll be walked again here in the eighth. Here comes the pitch.
Oh!
Up high, almost hit him. You almost.
I thought that had head written all over it.
A little bit of an excitement from you on that one.
He ducked at the last minute to miss getting hit.
Here comes the 1-0 from Jackson. Looks over at Sursa first, and the next pitch in there for a called strike. Even count at 1-1. Sursa over at first.
Look down to third. Look down to third to get the signs.
Jackson is ready. He kicks and deals on 1-1. Down into the dirt. Ball 2. A little bit of dust starting to kick up here at the home plate's batter box.
So Castellana's looking down to third to get signs. I can't imagine they would put a play on here with the power that Nick has.
I wouldn't either. I mean, Castellana is another big-time hitter as well. I mean, he still hasn't really shown much of it today. He's shown his ball and discipline to play. Now it goes over to the center of the baseman's head for a base hit, and the inning will continue. Nick Castellana will join the hit parade.
It looks like he fought that one off to go to the right over the second baseman's head and drop into short right center field.
He did a great job pushing that one over the second baseman's head. And now they have 2 runners on with 2 out, and Shane ducks to the plate. He's 1 for 2, and that looks like that might be all that'll be said for the Tarp Skunk reliever. As the head coach for Jamestown comes on to talk, it'll actually be a mound visit for the Tarp Skunks. Trying to figure out a way to calm Bryce Jackson down. He's been in since the 7th inning. This is his 2nd inning of relief. And it seems like they figured out their strategy here. Shane Ducks at the plate. He's up 1 for 2.
There's 2 outs here, so really don't need to focus too much on the runners. Just focus on the batter to end this inning.
So, yeah, definitely that's the best way to look at it. So you just got to rely on your pitcher to record the final out. Shane Ducks has been a tough out. He's made on base in 2 attempts, twice in 3 attempts so far in this game. And he hits a big deep line to left field, and they'll go drop for a base hit.
They're going to hold him up at third, so that puts the bases loaded. The bottom of the 8th, and who's up next?
Next up, it'll be Ozzie Fleischer, the Tufts Jumbo. And I think the Tarp Skunks are still going to have him out on the mound for Bryce Jackson and trying to get him to record the final out of this inning. Meanwhile, Geneva is trying to get some more runs on the board here early to extend his lead a little bit further.
And Ozzie's batting .500 on the season with runners in scoring position and 2 outs.
Geneva trying to get a 2-out rally going. They haven't really done much so far like that this season. First pitch in, outside, called strike 1. On the outside corner. Well framed by the Jamestown catcher. Comes the 0-1 offering from Jackson. Kicks and deals. And a foul tipped right into the glove of the catcher. And now Fleischer finds himself in an 0-2 hole.
2 outs, bases loaded. Ozzie Fletcher up, just looking to put something into play to score a run.
If you're Fleischer, what are you looking for?
In terms of pitch,
And what type of pitch are you looking for?
I think I'm not going to be chasing anything here.
As he hits one foul towards a Geneva clubhouse out of play.
It, 0-2 obviously is a pitcher's count. So you got to protect that plate, but you don't want to chase anything in the dirt. And that's the danger. Jamestown's been getting Geneva to chase down low in the dirt.
Here comes the 0-2. Outside, ball 1. Trying to find that same spot, but he misses this time. And now the count goes to 1-2.
Well, at least they played for it. How long did Brady Johnson?
Here comes the 1-2 offer from Jackson. Hit foul towards the third base line. So we'll do it again. Battle still going on with Fleischer up at the plate. This is going to be the 6th pitch of this at bat in a 1-2 count.
Pitch the pitch, and here comes a pitch interception.
Working Jackson hard this at bat.
All the feathers went off.
Next offering is popped up over toward the press box, out of play. So we'll do it again. 3 foul balls with in a 2-strike count this at bat for Fleischer.
Okay, they were the
1-2.
Fleischer's 0 for 3 today.
1-2, 2 outs.
And the Tarp Skunk catcher, it's going to call time to try to talk to his pitcher, Bryce Jackson, try to find that payoff pitch he's looking for to get Fleischer out of this inning. Still a lot to be settled down here. What do you think they were talking about up there in the mound?
Probably, I have to say pitch location. Trying to get it, so there's nothing they can really handle and turn on. And at best, just a weak dribbler. So I would say you're probably going to want him low and inside.
And a 1-2 pitch is grounded toward the short.
Oh, he's booted.
Shortstop's glove. And in the score is not 1, but 2 Geneva Red Wings. And they will extend this lead to 4-0.
That's the 2nd error on the shortstop in this game today, Gage.
And that's been the big problem so far that's been the main issue for the Tarp Skunks, is that it'll not score 1 run, but 2 runs off of that error.
That's the 3rd error in the game. 2nd by shortstop.
And who scored that run? Who scored the runs? It was Nick Surst and it was Nick Castellana. So Nick has scored 3 of the 4 runs in the game today. Now kicking in is Luke Picciotti. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. He is 0 for 2 today. He has reached on base, though, successfully in 2 attempts. One was by way of the error made by the 2nd baseman for Jamestown back in the 3rd. The other was via the walk in the 5th. And the next pitch is hit foul over towards the parking lot, out of play.
Well, that gives a little breathing room to the bullpen for Geneva.
Something that they really are happy to see. Here comes a 1-1 offering. Misses down low, ball 2. 2-1 to the Geneva right fielder. Here comes a 2-1 offering. And it's chopped fair towards the first baseman's glove, and he'll make the run to the first base himself. And the inning is over. 3 unassisted for that last out. And with that being said, 8 innings are in the books. Geneva has 2 more to their lead. They now extended to 4-0 as a score. We'll step aside, take a quick breather. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. We welcome you back here to the top of the ninth. The last chance for Jamestown, and it'll be a new pitcher. And who will be pitching? It'll be Nick Surse up on the mound for Geneva. He has a save earlier on in the year against Newark, last time pitching at home. And the first pitch misses, a borderline call, and it'll be a ball to start off the top of the ninth. And in the top of the ninth, leading off, it'll be leadoff man Henry Martinez, center fielder. He is 0 for 2 today. Next pitch in there for a called strike that evens the count at 1-1.
So Geneva's relying on Nick Sears to do everything in this game today.
He's quite the utility man there. That's what you got to commend about the guy up there on the mound. 1-1 offer. Hit toward third baseman. Ray Ortiz picks it up, makes it go to first, and he got it for the out.
Beautiful diving stop by the third baseman, Ortiz.
That'll be an insane first out in this one. You would imagine Geneva will come away with a shutout victory. Who will be your player of the game, Dad? It'll be a shutout play. It'll be a shutout game.
Well, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, Gage. But if Geneva were to come away with a win, I think there's only one name that comes to my mind. And that'd be the gentleman that's pitching right now, Nick Sears.
He's been phenomenal all day today. 3 for 4 at the plate with scoring 3 runs. Next pitch, fastball, blows it right by Tucker.
They can't keep up or catch up to the big left-handers' offerings.
Looking for back-to-back shutouts. Next pitch is hit, foul, and now they'll move the count to 1-2. Here comes a 1-2 offering from Surse. Picks and deals. Misses down low, ball 2. Trying to catch her chasing on breaking ball into the dirt.
Surse is a junior at Alfred State College, not too far from Geneva, but he's also a native of Irondequoit, just outside of Rochester.
The next pitch is hit, foul. So we'll do it again, 2-2. He's a massive guy up there. He kind of reminds me of Bartolo Colon up there in the mound.
6'1" is listed in the roster, but he looks more imposing.
And the next one is hit deep to left field. Over there to make the catch is Strada, and there are 2 away. And now Jamestown is down to their final out here in Geneva. And it'll be Cody Bay, the third baseman, to the plate. Try to get a 2-out rally going here. But the Geneva faithful here today, getting a nice clap going to try to get this final out to end the inning. And to end the game and improve to 2 straight wins on the season. And the first pitch in there for a called strike down at the knees. Jamestown's struggling. Trying to get a run across the board. Here comes the 0-1 offering. And it's a hit, line drive, foul into the Geneva bullpen. The Red Wings have only used 2 pitchers in yesterday's victory. This is their 3rd pitcher on the mound. Jamestown down to their final strike. Nick Surse looking for the last pitch. Gets a sign. Surse kicks and deals and trying to chase him down one in the dirt. But he misses ball 1.
Just trying to get him chase on that one, Gage. They didn't want to give him anything to hit to get any momentum back to Jamestown here.
And the Red Wings dugout on their feet. They're clapping. They're getting their fans into it. Trying to get back-to-back home wins. In this one, Nick Surse, payoff pitch, swung and foul.
Wow.
Just got a piece of it, so to do it again. Cody Bay doing well with the pressure. But the fans are not letting off the gas pedal anytime soon still. Trying to get into the head of Cody Bay.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Wouldn't give him anything near the plate here to hit hard.
Trying to end this right here. 1-2 payoff pitch. Hit deep to right field and foul. So to do it again, as it goes into the Geneva bullpen. And the fans are getting agitated up there. They're wanting the last pitch, the last perfect pitch to get them through this one.
They want to see this closed out now.
They wanted to close out 2 pitches ago. Here comes a 1-2 once again.
Oh, close.
He was thinking about chasing the high one, but he laid it off. So it'll be even to count at 2-2.
Up near the letters.
Fastball.
Sears was hoping to get that call, but just a little bit too high.
Cody Bay is 1 for 3 today. Looking to get another base hit here. Next pitch just misses. Johnson was trying to frame the corner, but he was not able to do so. So that brings the count to full 3-2.
The fans are not happy here at McDonough Park.
Cody Bay
Sears is
battled
painting.
back from being 0-2. And now they want the heater to try to get the last pitch to punch him out of this one.
Full count, 2 outs, top of the ninth.
He pushes that bat. In there,
They got it.
strike 3. And that will do it. 2 straight wins on the year for Geneva. Nick Sears, dominant at the plate and dominant on the mound, knocks him down 1-2-3. Geneva will come away winning this one 4-0. Will improve to 4-6 on the year. 5-6 on the year, excuse me. And with the loss, Jamestown will fall to 8-6 on the year. So, Dad, how was it watching and broadcasting the game for the first time?
It was really a great time. It was very exciting. The crowd got into it towards the end. Geneva was able to hang on, get some extra runs on the board when they needed it most. The bullpen came in, and they didn't disappoint. It was a great team effort, and I was just happy to be here and to see it firsthand and to share the booth with you, Gage.
That is great to hear. I really enjoyed this as well. A lot of fun on the line here in this game. And your final score, Geneva coming away victorious, winning this one 4-0. And we'll be back in next game will be against Jamestown this Tuesday. The Tarp Skunks looking to get their revenge against these Red Wings. And we'll step aside and we'll end it here. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. Red Wings come out on top, winning this one 4-0. And remember to always live life wings up. Have a good night, and we'll see you next broadcast, which will be this Thursday against Auburn. Have a good day. Where else?